thank you all for coming today. I'm Yasmin Cravalho, as you all have heard, and I am absolutely thrilled and honored to have the chance to address you today on the crucial topics of body positivity and self-esteem building. Unfortunately, far too many individuals, in particular women, grapple with issues of low self-esteem and endure the painful effects of bullying every day. Today, I am eager to dive into these topics with you all and explore ways we can uplift ourselves and others in our journey towards greater self-acceptance and confidence. We will explore the impact of societal beauty standards through engaging narratives and interactive group exercises aimed at collectively boosting our confidence together as a whole. Okay, real question here. How many of you have experienced bullying, whether it's from others or from your own self-doubt, based on your appearance or actions? How many of you? Yeah. I myself, I'll be the first to raise my hand proudly, and not in shame for what I have endured, but in recognition of how these experiences have shaped me. Got a little slide presentation too, because I'm bougie that way. From a young age, I was always the bigger girl in my friend groups, in sports, and even within the confines of my own home. These are my two little sisters. Mental health struggles became my constant companions. They became my friends. Their weight, heavy, ironically. As I compared myself to those around me, convincing myself that they were somehow better than I could ever be, because I would never be as pretty as them or as skinny. Throughout my academic years, I was constantly called names and bullied, and being told that I was never enough, even by people who I thought were my friends. Yet the harshest critic was always the one staring back at me in the mirror. I had convinced myself that losing weight was the key to beauty and worth. I would tell myself, if I only lost 30 pounds, I would be better and feel prettier. Or if I had a salad instead of that nice pizza over there, I would be healthier. I always hated taking photos, but eventually I learned to hide my body by wearing baggy clothes or positioning myself in ways where you could not see me and always be in the back. And after all of that, depression became a friend for me throughout high school, and it became absolutely suffocating. It changed who I was as a person and changed the way I acted as well. But despite all this darkness, I continued on. I found the strength to earn my high school diploma and secure a place at UH Manoa, where I can proudly say I have been for the last nearly 4 years, and now graduating in May with my Bachelor's of Arts in Biology. When I first came to university though, I believed that a fresh start in this new environment would erase the pain, erase the memories, and erase the thoughts that I was feeling, that if I could just work out more and focus on myself, that all would be well. But I did soon find out that I would never be satisfied, and it would never be enough for me. That the true problem was within my own mind, and how my thoughts about myself dictated how I truly, truly felt. And there are many outlets that people turn to in times of need. But for me, I turned to church. I joined the First Assembly of God, and at my first service ever there, they talked about acceptance. I was stunned with what I was hearing because these were all struggles that I was dealing with. And after many years of dealing with those struggles, I soon realized that if I just accept myself for who I was, I would be a lot happier. And I realized acceptance was the key to feeling truly happy. Embracing myself, flaws and all, was the first step to regaining that happiness and building my confidence back. So I tell you all of this, not to gain your pity or feed you a sob story, but to be able to be vulnerable and share my truth openly. Because in that vulnerability lies immense strength, the kind that connects us, inspires us, and reminds us that we are never truly alone in our struggles. I hope that by sharing my story, we can spark conversations and pave ways for others to embrace their own stories with courage and resilience. But doing that takes time. There are days I still struggle where the thoughts of self-doubt come back to me, all the criticisms, all the harsh words. But instead of feeding into them and letting them win, I decided to surround myself with those who lift me up, and I find things that are out of my comfort zone that will boost my confidence as a whole. And in that process, that is when I found the Miss Hawaii Plus pageant. A whole pageant celebrating the beauty and confidence of plus-size women. At first, I could not believe such a thing existed, tailored specifically for girls who looked like me. But it was real, it was inspiring, and it was empowering. I did initially have some hesitation because I was like, this can't be real, or it's all just gonna be kind of skinny people. But ultimately, I made the bold decision to do it. To do something that was new and outside of my comfort zone. Something that would challenge me to be who I was without criticism and doubts. And I refused to let all of those ugly, nasty words define me. And today, I stand before you not just as myself, but as the Miss Kahala Plus, a testament to resilience, self-acceptance, and the transformative power of embracing one's true self. And in this journey, I've discovered that beauty knows no bounds, that confidence radiates from within, and that every curve, every imperfection on your body tells a story of strength and perseverance. All right, let's first start off with some definitions. What does body positivity mean to you? Anyone can answer. What does it mean to you?
Acceptance.
Acceptance, yes. Stephanie agree.
Looking at the positives, not the negatives.
Exactly. So the textbook definition from the Cambridge Dictionary is this: the fact of feeling good about your body and the way that it looks. This is a great definition and straight to the point. But to me, body positivity is a lot more than that. It's more than just a feeling, but a knowing. It is more than just your physical appearance, but being able to embrace your very being, regardless of societal standards or expectations, which we'll get back to in a few moments. But body positivity is about cultivating a deep sense of respect, love, and appreciation for our bodies, and recognizing their resilience. Their ability to go through so much, such as childbirth, depression, trauma, and be able to bounce back and let us live and thrive. It is about honoring the diversity of each and every one of us, and that everyone should be able to feel confident in their skin and hold their head up with pride no matter what anyone else says. Let's have another definition. Self-esteem. What does that mean?
Feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, it's definitely good. Again, the textbook definition is this: confidence in one's own worth or abilities / self-respect. And that's the big word there, self-respect. It's the cornerstone of self-esteem, and it has the deep regard that we hold ourselves to. It's about honoring our boundaries, learning to stand up for ourselves, and refusing to compromise our values or well-being for the sake of others. And by respecting ourselves, we are able to form a bond of sorts with our soul, a bond that transcends the physical and serves as our path to self-awareness and compassion. Self-esteem goes hand in hand with body positivity, as it forms the foundation of which our relationship with ourselves is built. It's all about recognizing our value as women and acknowledging our strengths and embracing our imperfections. And these are extremely, extremely essential for mental health and overall emotional well-being. If we don't have body positivity or good self-esteem, it can lead us down a dark path of self-loathing, doubts, and criticisms. A path so many people have gone down and have struggled to come back from. And I can even say that I have gone down that path, and it was a hard way back up. But this path tested our resilience, our courage, and our faith in ourselves. But never forget that there will always be a light at the end of the tunnel. Because when you hit that bottom, that truly rock bottom, the only way left to go is up. And if you are there, it's a journey that may seem impossible. But in the impossible, therein lies its beauty. We're able to discover our true selves and our true strength and resilience. So if you're there, know that you are not alone. Embrace the journey and every twist and curve life will throw at you. But keep climbing, because the best is yet to come. Unfortunately, a lot of people have gone down these paths. But let's look at some statistics of young girls and women. The journey towards self-acceptance often begins at childhood and adolescence, with research showing that around 50% of young 13-year-old American girls reported being unhappy with their bodies. 50%. 1 in 2 girls. And unfortunately, this number grows to nearly 80% by the time they reach 17. These numbers show the absolute urgent need for early intervention to support healthy body image development in our youth, as it starts with them. And as they transition to adulthood, the burden of body dissatisfaction persists, with nearly 1 in 2 adult women have reported feeling more concerned with the way that they look. What is even more concerning is that nearly 70% of adult women report withdrawing from activities due to their body image. And this robs them of opportunities for joy, fulfillment, and meaningful engagement with the world around them, all because they dislike their body. These statistics serve as an unfortunate reminder of the impact of societal pressures, the unrealistic beauty standards we see every day, and the cultural norms in our perception of self-worth and identity. It's imperative that we collectively strive to challenge these harmful narratives. And it's our responsibility as women to empower individuals of all ages to embrace their bodies with love, compassion, and unwavering confidence. Now, let's pause for a moment to think about the beauty standards of our modern society and the societal norms that weigh on us every day. It is a time to consider how together we can dismantle these stigmas and make a path towards a greater acceptance and inclusivity to everyone. Media plays such a significant role in our lives, being the primary way we share news and stay connected to the world around us. It is where we turn to in times of need and validation and acceptance. However, it has also become a space where misinformation and harmful content can quickly spread, posing genuine risks to individuals and society as a whole. And with this creates the societal norms. Societal norms are the unwritten rules or expectations that guide behavior and interactions within a society. These norms dictate the right way to behave, look, and act. It's what society deems as acceptable, and for many years, being the slightest bit different has always been frowned upon and seen as something that needs to be hidden or changed. And part of why I am here today is to break those norms and help all of you be able to do the same in your life and in the community around you, and to pave a new way for us to live free from society and away from the societal pressures of everyday life, the pressures that have dictated how we live those lives. But it is our life to live, and no one should tell us otherwise. These beauty standards have dictated most of our lives. I know it has had a significant impact on mine. I always saw the models and celebrities that were deemed beautiful were always skinny, pretty, and perfect. Their hair was always beautiful, their makeup was always flawless. And it gave me the unrealistic standard that is how I am supposed to look like to be deemed acceptable. And I know many of you and so many people in the world today have gone through something similar, and it has affected you, and you have taken it into your life in a negative way. You have tried to be something similar, something you're not. But while these girls look perfect in these photos, it is the unrealistic beauty, because the photos that we see are edited to perfection. It's not how the person actually looks. They use special effects, makeup, and even cosmetic surgeries to be the way that they are. And the biggest one used today are filters. Filters are everywhere. They're all on social media. They have all kinds of apps that can change the way you look and make you more perfect. But in reality, you're ultimately hiding your true self. These are just a few examples of how the celebrities we know today and look up to look without these changes. And yes, these changes may make them seem more beautiful in society's eyes, but they're changing who they are and hiding that true beauty. And with the surgeries, it is such a dramatic difference. They have literally changed who they are to be someone that society deems perfect and right. And it's unfortunate that they have to go through so much pressure to have to resort to doing these. But they're not the only ones harmed by this. But to the people outside of the modeling, TV world, the people in our everyday community, we see this and we believe that that is how we are supposed to look like. That is the ideal way that we should be. We want to be like them. We want to look like them, act like them, be them. So we start trying to change ourselves to these unrealistic beauty standards, and ultimately, it harms us as a whole. It harms our physical, our mental, our emotional well-being because of the feeling that we need to change for the sake of others, and it can put us down. And I encourage you all to recognize these standards and challenge them to cultivate more positive self-image, not just for you, but also for the people around you, the people you see every day walking down the street. Because there's only one you, and there's only one them. Stop trying to be what others want you to be, and instead embrace who you are and be uniquely you. Show the world what they are missing. Show them that you are perfect and beautiful without being edited or having to change. Be the natural perfection that you have, and show others who are afraid to embrace themselves that it's okay to be different. It's okay to have flaws. We all have them. It's okay to be you. You should not have to change for anyone. Love yourself, love who you are, and build that relationship with yourself, and soon you will begin to see a whole new perspective that has been right in front of you the whole time. With this ties into self-compassion and its role in building self-esteem. Self-compassion, it is the practice of treating oneself with kindness, understanding, and acceptance, especially in times of difficulty or suffering. It's as if one of your friends or family members were hurt or upset. You would reach out to them with the warmth and empathy. You would ultimately do this for yourself. When you are hurting or upset, reach out to yourself and acknowledge your feelings instead of pushing them down. Embrace yourself with unconditional love and support, rather than harsh criticisms or judgment. Don't put yourself down, but instead always lift yourself up. Self-compassion means not only caring and loving yourself, but also fully believing that you deserve that love and care. Because you do. You deserve to feel worthy. You deserve to feel wanted. You deserve to feel loved. You may seek out that validation from others, but the validation that truly matters is from yourself and your own mind. Self-compassion has a giant role in building self-esteem, because when you begin to love yourself and embrace who you are, you naturally begin to feel better about yourself, which in turn will boost your self-esteem. And by being kind to yourself, you'll be able to manage your emotions and be happier overall. Self-compassion is like giving yourself a big hug and being your own best friend, which helps you feel more confident and ultimately more positive about yourself. You can do this for yourself by practicing self-care, positive talk, and mindfulness. Self-care can be a number of things. It can be taking your time for yourself and gonna go get pampered at the spa, get your hair done, or it can just be taking a moment to yourself to rest and think, to let your mind slow and not have to think about anything else for a moment. And practicing positive self-talk is another great way. By giving yourself positive affirmations and hyping yourself up, you can help lift your mood and get you ready for the day ahead. And finally, practicing mindfulness by setting time aside to just sit and focus on your breathing, noticing your thoughts and acknowledging the parts of your day, good and bad. It's just like meditating and being able to calm your mind and yourself. Let's take a moment and try this together, because I know when I did it, it made me feel so good. Okay. I want everyone to close their eyes and just breathe. In and out. Calm your mind and your thoughts. And now think about your day, good and bad. What went well? What do you wish you could have done differently? Now let's start with the negatives. Breathe in all that negative that has happened in your day today. And when you exhale, I want you to release all those thoughts, the doubts, the regret. Accept it has happened and let it flow out of you, because it's now in the past, and we need to let it go so you can make room for the good. Let go of all of it. And now, let's think about the positive that has happened to you today. Whether it was that you saw a good friend or heard a good song, and breathe it in. Let yourself feel that happiness that you felt. And when you exhale, keep that memory with you and that feeling that you feel, and remember it. Whew, gave me chills already again. How'd that feel for you guys? Good, huh? Yeah. That's something simple that you can do every day to just let yourself relax and calm yourself. And these are all great ways to help boost yourself, but there are also many other ways you can boost each other, such as giving someone a compliment about their outfit, or their hair or makeup, or even striking up a conversation with a random stranger because you have the same style as them. But the simplest one I believe you can do is smile. Even if you're having a bad day, as they say, fake it till you make it. And smiling even when you don't feel like it can boost your mood. And as Julie Walker said, a smile is worth 1,000 words. It can provide an opportunity to communicate things that no amount of words can. Smiling is such a powerful tool that we have as individuals, and it can even make a person's day. Researchers have even found that it's difficult to frown when looking at someone who is smiling, making smiling contagious. So smile. I want to see everyone smile right here, right now. Show me those beautiful smiles that you all have. And look towards each other and feel the happiness that comes off of one another. And feel the story behind the smile. I know I've been talking for a while, so let's do an activity together. We're going to write affirmation cards. As I said before, affirmations are a great way to set a positive mindset and help boost that self-confidence with the manifestations of good things for your day. Write yourself some good affirmations that you can tell yourself in the mornings before you start your day. I want you to really think about this and not just write down random things, but write down things that you struggle with and that you believe will be good and turn out well. It can even be as simple as, I'm going to have a great day today. You guys can use the papers and such, the white paper, and it'll bring you up. But the negative will continue to plague your mind unless you're able to push that aside and let the positive flow in, regardless of what anyone else says. Another way is by challenging the negative thoughts that you have, and instead replace them with affirmations that can affirm your worth and value. They can lift you up like you just did. Surround yourself with other people who have a positive impact on your life. Don't keep the people around that constantly bring you down, because in the end, they're not your friends and they're not worth being in your life, because the real true friends will keep you up. And by bringing you down, they're hurting you for their own benefit. And once you show them that you can't be brought down and you cannot be pushed around, then at least in my experience, they leave. And if they leave, it may feel like a loss. It may feel like you lost someone that cared about you. But in reality, it's a gain and presents an opportunity for growth and self-discovery on your own or with people who provide a positive circle for you. That loss will allow you space for new experiences, relationships, and opportunities where you can thrive as you. And if you need to seek professional support, is always an option. And you should never feel ashamed for choosing this option. Therapy has been so widely looked down on, which I personally do not understand. Because you're getting help and you're getting better. You're getting what you need. And it's no one's business but your own. Seeking therapy demonstrates strength, courage, and self-awareness. Acknowledging that everyone can benefit from support and guidance at different points in their lives. You should prioritize your mental health and your personal growth. and therapy provides a safe and confidential space to explore your thoughts, emotions, and experience with someone who understands. It is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. Never forget that. And by setting realistic goals for ourselves, we're able to celebrate the small achievements. And when we complete those goals, they give us a sense of purpose and accomplishment. Even if it's just, I got up this morning and I made my bed, which I still don't even do sometimes. Another example of a realistic goal would be, I will identify one thing I appreciate about my body. And by doing this, you will cultivate a more positive and accepting mindset towards your body and improve your self-esteem. It is important to set goals that are within your control and align with your values and priorities. Don't try to set something that's so big and so crazy that you can't complete it, because then you'll just bring yourself down that you didn't complete it at all. And set goals that take into account factors like time constraints as well as physical abilities. And by setting these realistic goals, you can increase your motivation, build your confidence, and make steady progress towards a positive change for yourself. Self-acceptance is another important word for us. I've mentioned it a few times, but now we'll dive into this and see what it really means. This is defined as individuals who accept all of their attributes, positive and negative. It is the process of recognizing and fully embracing one's true self for who they are. It involves acknowledging one's strengths and weaknesses without criticisms or judgment. It is also letting go of the unrealistic expectations or standards of others in a society. Ultimately, it's about cultivating a deep sense of worth, self-compassion, and authenticity, allowing yourself to live authentically and confidently in alignment with your true identity, who you truly are. And by embracing this identity, we're able to truly be ourselves without fear or hesitation. It will free us from the burden of trying to conform to the external standards or expectations, and allowing us to celebrate our uniquenesses and embrace our imperfections, as it is who we are and there is no need to change that. And there will be others who will try to put you down, but don't forget, there will always be others who try to lift you up. Let's dive into another activity, one where we get to interact with each other and see that even strangers can find your beauty. We're going to break up into groups and do compliment circles. Everyone will take turns giving and receiving genuine compliments and words of encouragement to each other. The purpose of this is to create a supportive and uplifting environment. These can help boost self-esteem and provide you an opportunity to practice gratitude, empathy, and affirmation, creating a space where everyone feels valued, seen, and appreciated. So let's spread some kindness and make each other feel great. So you guys can just, we're a small group. We can all do it together. Okay. Make you feel so good. Just make your day. Now, even if you're having a bad day, it can really lift you up. All right. There is so much that we can do as individuals by recognizing and celebrating the diversity of women's bodies, including different shapes, sizes, and abilities. We can promote a culture of inclusivity, acceptance, and empowerment. We as women have the responsibility to lead by example and empower the younger generations by embracing our bodies, supporting each other, and advocating for systemic change. Change that is so duly needed. We need to celebrate the inherent worth and beauty of every woman, no matter who they are, because everyone deserves to feel loved and worthy of great things. As individuals, we continue to go to workshops such as this and discuss body positivity and self-esteem in and outside of our everyday lives. And if you are as passionate about this as I am, find and connect with others to host your own workshop or your own discussion and talk about the topics that are hard, that are usually pushed aside and silenced. You can also share resources and information on social media platforms or by resharing posts that mean something to you. And you can help someone that sees it on your account. You can inspire so many by doing these simple things, especially with the media, as it is shown to everyone and can bring us all together. Also, by supporting organizations such as the Samaritan Counseling Center and initiatives that promote body positivity and building that self-esteem and confidence. We are women, and we have the responsibility to love ourselves and spread that love to everyone else around you. Now, for our final activity before we close. I know it's been a lot of talking, a lot of going back and forth. But I want you all to write some letters to your past and your future selves. First, I want you to write a letter to your past self. In it, write what you wish you could have known and would tell yourself if you had the chance. In the end, you can choose to keep these words of wisdom for yourself, or you can hold on to them as a close source of comfort and guidance on your journey, or you can give them back to me and I'll share them with others who may benefit from the same reminders of self-compassion, resilience, and inner strength. And second, I want you to write a letter to your future self, your hopes, your goals, your aspirations, and anything else you want to add. And then I want you to seal them up in those envelopes and write your addresses on them. And at the end, we're going to collect these and mail them to you in a few months, just to see what you wrote. And by writing these letters, I hope that you will gain the clarity and feel inspired to pursue your goals and aspirations. It's my wish that these letters serve as a source of encouragement and support, reminding you of your each and individual unique inner strength and worth, even during the challenging times. But ultimately, my hope is that these letters empower you to live authentically and boldly, embracing all that life has to offer, and to not fear the unknown. In closing, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for coming here today and showing up, for being brave enough to participate and strong enough to choose to attend and listen. Together, we have gone into the depths of body positivity and self-esteem. We have confronted the societal norms and challenged beauty standards along the way. We have shared stories and engaged in meaningful discussions and have participated in activities aimed at fostering self-compassion and nurturing body positive image. I urge you to carry forward the lessons learned and the connections made during our time together. Embrace your uniqueness, celebrate your strengths and accomplishments, and continue to uplift those around you with kindness and encouragement. I encourage you to step outside of your comfort zones and pursue activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Remember that true beauty comes from within, and it is found in the courage to be authentically yourself, flaws and all. And together, we can create a world where every individual feels valued, seen, and empowered to embrace their journey with unwavering confidence and grace. You can be the difference that you want to see in the world. One step at a time, we can achieve our goals and our aspirations. And always remember that you are never alone. In this world or anywhere else, you will always have people to talk to. If you are ever struggling and in need of help, in your pamphlet that I so cutely designed, there are resources on the back, as well as all of our social medias. Feel free to reach out and ask for support. Keep in mind that seeking support shows your inner strength and not any form of weakness. You are beautiful. You are strong. You are uniquely you, and you have the power to change the narrative. Be the change that you want to see, and may your path ahead be filled with joy, love, and endless possibilities. Thank you all for your presence, your openness, and your commitment to growth. Mahalo and a hui hou.